Hello friends, welcome to Java2D tutorial. Now we are at the final part of the subseries shape fill, and in this video we will perform the gradient fill. So previously we did the solid fill. Now we will do the gradient fill here. So this time we will use the next two color picker. All right. So here it will be gradient color fill. So for gradient color fill we need two color, so we declare those two color as member, gradient 1 and gradient 2 instance is color. Then we have getter and setter method for both the colors. So this one we defined at a canvas class. So this is 6.8. Next we need to implement the action performed event for these two buttons. So 6.9, so and the click event handler, the code is similar. If you say we use the color chooser, we display the color chooser to user. Once user picks the color, the picked color is returned, and we set that here as gradient 1. Then we make a call to set gradient on our canvas. So it will set this internal member and overrides the black color with whatever user picked. So here in this example, if you say user picked the yellow, and gradient 1 now holds yellow color. The repaint will make a call to the canvas classes paint method. The same way we do the second gradient color also, and this time we set the grade 2 setter method. Here the setter method is grade 1, here it is a grade 2, and in both the cases we call the repaint, so that if we are picking yellow here, by default gradient 2 is black, and you will see interpolation is between yellow and black. And once you select the second color, the interpolation change from yellow to black to yellow to the picked color. If you click blue here, yellow to blue. So the code change will be simple, and in the paint method, so this was already done, and you know this. And one of the video we created two outline rectangle, and in the previous video we filled it. Now we will go with the gradient. So previously for the set paint method we used the fill color, right? Why? Because color itself implements the paint. Here for using gradient paint you have to create a instance of gradient paint. So we create gradient paint instance. The gradient paint instance requires 2 points. So this is the first point, 440, 22. That means that's the dimension, right? For here the dimension is 400 to 200. In our code we need to change it based on the dimension of our rectangle. So for example, if the rectangle is here, it is 400 cross 200, right? So 440, that means we pick some location here, then width plus 440. So this is the rectangle width plus 440. So color interpolation will be applied from these 2 points, point 1 and rectangle width plus 440. So this is the width, right? 440, that means 400 plus 400, likewise it will go. And the height, we are using the same height, 22. So this is 0.1, this is 0.2. So first we specify the point in the rectangle to tell how the gradient color will be applied. So at 0.1 location, grade 1 color will be applied. Here in our example, grade 1 color is yellow. And at 0.2 location, grade 2 color will be applied. Grade 2 is green. So interpolation will be between yellow to green. Alright, once we defined our gradient paint, we make a call to setPaint method, then we make a call to fill, just like what we did previously. For setPaint method, we assigned the fill color. This time for the setPaint method, we give this grade painter. And for the fill method, this time we are passing the second rectangle, rect gradient. That means first rectangle will get filled with the solid color and second rectangle will get filled with the gradient color. Now it's demo time. We will go to the demo. So we will go to the source of the canvas. Here we already provided the member and getter and setter version. Now we will provide second member. For easy readability purpose, I am giving the class member here, then getter and setter. This is for easy readability purpose, but per coding standard, you have to keep all these member at one location, either top or on the bottom. Getter and setter method will go with other methods. Alright. 6.8, here I declared 2 more member. Then I'm providing the getter and setter version for these 2 members. Now we will handle the click event for the gradient 1 button. So since code is similar, once again need to change the class name. The same piece of code whatever we done previously for a solid color fill. Here we are doing the color picking action, right? So code will be similar. Once again we will go to the design of our dialog, pick the second button, and at present by default we are in the show events. If I click again, the toggle will go off and it will show the property. Now I'm clicking again to show the events and double clicking here on the action performed. And you can see there are other events also, but here I'm handling the click event. That's all. We are done with the dialog class. We will go back to the canvas class and perform the gradient fill. This was already explained in the PowerPoint slide. Gradient paint is from Java2D package, and here the dimension got changed, right? 440. We reduced the dimension to 400 to 300, so here we will use a 340. Here also 340 plus whatever is the rectangle width. That's all. Once gradient paint is constructed, we can make a call to setPaint method and call the fill method on it. Alright, now we will go ahead and run this sample. And by the way, if I go to this dialog, we won't see any gradient. Both will appear as a black rectangle. Why? Because gradient 1 as well as gradient 2 both are in same color. Now we will run this. Okay, this one already we saw. Now for gradient 1 I'm picking red, and for you can see, since the second color is black, you will be seeing the gradient like this. Now red to blue gradient I am choosing, and you can see this is what the gradient brush is. So now we completed the example. Now you have the idea of how the shape fill is performed, and in this sub-series you learned how to use the window builder object to construct your own dialog, and how to replace the default component with the one which you derived. And in the meantime, we also learned about the Java2D's shape fill. That's all. Now we are concluding this sub-series. Thank you for watching. Bye.